So now we're going to talk about the extension of government funding.
I've gotten too good at this, is what it is.
to prevent the shutdown.
So Kevin McCarthy passes the continuing resolution with 300 and something Democrat votes. 300 and something votes, and it is passed with majority Democrats. Mm-hmm. It is a majority Democrat bill that passes. There's no Ukraine aid in it. A couple hours after this passes, McCarthy makes a promise to other moderate Republicans that a standalone bill for Ukraine aid will be coming to the floor. Mm-hmm. And the Senate Republicans apparently already knew this. The Senate Democrats apparently already knew this. And the Biden administration was suggestedly already privy to this information. Mm. So this caused an uproar in the Republican Party. Not just were the Republican Party were some members of the Republican Party angry at McCarthy for even passing the continuing resolution. Republicans were angry because now they thought McCarthy made a backdoor deal with Joe Biden and Hakeem Jeffries to undermine the Republican caucus and fund Ukraine when our caucus doesn't want to do it. Mm-hmm. So now McCarthy's in this terrible position. And you have Matt Gaetz, America's #1 anarchist, decides he's going to put up a motion to vacate the chair. This is unheard of. The last time this happened in American history was in 1910. I knew his name 2 days ago. I don't remember his name anymore. But in 1910, the Speaker of the House was a motion to vacate was pushed, and he was not vacated. Kevin McCarthy was now in a position that hasn't happened in over 100 years. Okay, so McCarthy worked really.
Damn, that's tough.
I know. McCarthy worked really hard to delay the vote, but Democrats weren't having it. Democrats were not having it. Democrats worked to not delay the vote, and 11 Republicans also refused to delay the vote. When the vote came down to vacate McCarthy, the final vote was 216 to vacate, 210 to not vacate. 208 Democrats and 8 Republicans to vacate. This is insane. This is the first time in American history that a Speaker of the House has ever been vacated from the chair. This is the first time ever. And it shows McCarthy's absolute weakness of a leader, and it shows that the Republican Party has gone batshit.
Yeah.
Batshit.
Yeah.
This is absolutely insane. I want to call out the 8 Republicans who voted to out McCarthy. Andy Biggs of Arizona, Ken Buck of Colorado, Tim Burchett of Tennessee, thank you, Eli Crane of Arizona, Matt Gaetz of Florida, Nancy Mace of South Carolina, that's crazy, and Matt Rosendale. Dude, this Matt Rosendale guy is insane to me. He is in a hyper-competitive Senate race right now against incumbent Senator John Tester from Montana, and he's voting like he's from Arkansas.
Yeah,
I'm shocked that he did this. Republicans in the Senate, Tom Cotton, a Republican senator from Arkansas, actually said that Matt Rosendale should resign and would never be a senator in the United States.
Wow.
He should be disgraced. The Republican senators have said that about him. Insane, dude. And
that
now he's running
wild.
for the Senate. Just unbelievable. So what was your reaction when the vote came down that McCarthy was gone?
Honestly, I was like, Anthony has called this exactly.
I did, right?
Yes. This is precisely the discussion we had. You were like, McCarthy doesn't make it out of this. There's no way. And you knew you had called out that Gaetz had left a motion to vacate the chair in the bathroom, and it happens, and it just kind of plays out exactly right. So I'm just not surprised. I'm more, of course, like we always are on the show, I'm more interested in what happens next.
Right. So what happens next is what's really interesting to me, because there's already a lot of developments, and this is happening in real time. Keep in mind, this is October 6th. I imagine when we post this video, let's let it refocus, because you coughing just totally messed up the whole. Okay, good. God, you're so selfish.
Yeah.
Check when I cough, make sure it doesn't do that too.
Okay.
Yeah, we're both so sick, guys. This sucks. So Democrats did not bail out McCarthy. Initially, Kevin McCarthy was so shocked. He was like, "How could the Democrats not save me? How could this happen? Where is their belief in the institution?" Up your ass, Kevin McCarthy. Fucking get your head out of your ass, okay? Why would the Democrats uphold you for absolutely no concessions?
Yeah.
Kevin McCarthy was on record saying he would give 0 concessions to Democrats. Why would the Democrats just fold to you for nothing? If you wanted a bipartisan solution, there was one on the table. The Problem Solvers Caucus, which is made up of Democrats and Republicans, the Democrats in the Problem Solvers Caucus actually proposed to uphold McCarthy. It said, we will save you. Kevin McCarthy, we will save you if you do a power sharing agreement with the Democrats. If you give us more power over the rules of the House, we will uphold you. And he said no.
He was in a losing situation no matter what. Obviously, that would be a concession, a massive concession from him. But I'm confused. How do you look at that and then say, oh, no, I'd rather lose the speakership?
Right, because that's insanity to me.
Well, I guess he was going to lose the speakership come 2025 anyways. Right?
That's fair.
If he did side with Democrats, right, then I don't, and maybe he's still thinking, oh, if Trump gets in office, then I've completely betrayed him and I've lost his alliance.
Yeah, there's actually no way that he continues Speaker of the House into 2025 after that.
But he could have gotten a year and a half.
Right, he could have gotten another year and a half out of it. He could have upheld the institution that he cares so much about.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So he's so mad. And progressives have gone on TV and have made really the best case that you could have, saying, why would we uphold Kevin McCarthy? They've gone right into it, head on. Why would we do this? It's not this placating bullshitting about going around. You know, they said it straight. We're not doing anything if you don't do anything for me.
Yeah.
There's no reason.
Which I do really appreciate.
I really do. I appreciate them working hard at it. I appreciate that. Even the Problem Solvers Caucus, these are centrist Democrats that did not fold and said, listen, we're not doing it unless you do a power sharing agreement. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Apparently, Kevin McCarthy didn't even reach out directly to the Blue Dog Caucus. The Blue Dog Caucus are the most conservative Democrats in the House. Kevin, why did you not reach out to the Blue Dogs? It's because you didn't want to win. I don't think he even wanted to win.
He just wanted the job to be over.
I think he wanted the job to as a leader under Republican leadership, or not at all.
Okay.
I don't think he wanted to be this, this middle road guy. He didn't want it. He's like
the dog to just be kicked by the Democrats over and over again.
Because that means that you're unpopular from everybody. The Democrats hate you. The Republicans are going to hate you. You have absolutely no political future.
Yeah.
So will McCarthy seek the speakership again? He has said no. Thank God. It would have been embarrassing if he did.
Yeah.
So now it looks like there's 2 frontrunners, Jim Jordan and Steve Scalise. For a brief moment, a lot of congressmen were endorsing Trump to become Speaker of the House, and Trump actually publicly expressed interest in becoming Speaker of the House, but Trump bailed on that pretty quick, and it looks like he's already leaning towards endorsing Jim Jordan.
He did earlier today.
He did?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So he endorses Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan is a hardcore Freedom Caucus guy, big Tea Party movement person.
Scalise is super far right as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Steve Scalise is in the umbrella of the McCarthy brand.
Okay.
He's like McCarthy's secondhand man.
Okay.
But he is definitely far right. In 2002, he was going to KKK meetings. So he's definitely far right.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
But he is like under the umbrella of too moderate for the far right.
Okay. And yet, you think so? I don't know, because Gates specifically said he thinks Scalise would make a fantastic speaker in an interview after McCarthy was ousted. So I feel like Scalise could bridge that gap.
If he can bridge that gap, that would be very impressive. But I think Gates would lean more towards justice. But I do think Scalise has a lot of broader appeal than I'm leading on. I think that's fair.
Well, my question is, do either of these, why didn't Jordan win before?
He didn't want it.
He ran for it, though.
No,
he was
didn't.
in some of those early votes.
He was in the votes, but he specifically told people not to vote for him.
Okay.
He doesn't want it.
Okay. I mean, but he wants it now. Or he's okay with having it now.
I think he thinks he's the only person who could bridge the gap, and he is needed at the moment.
Okay. It's really, I mean...
He likes his place on the Judiciary Committee.
Are there 5 Republicans close enough to center that would be actually upset with Jim Jordan? Because Jordan is frighteningly right.
I mean, he's as right as they come. He's the Freedom Caucus's,
chief shill.
Exactly. So I don't think there are, to be honest.
I mean, there's Liz Cheney.
Liz Cheney's not in the House anymore.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there just isn't isn't that coalition.
They would have been better off just nominating a further right speaker to begin with.
Probably.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't think that any speaker would actually be successful because Jim Jordan has already told two things to different people. Jim Jordan has apparently told Republican senators that he would put a vote up for Ukraine aid, but he's also already told congressional congressmen in the Republican caucus that he's not going to put up a vote for Ukraine aid. So he's already caught. It's being a speaker is an impossible situation in the current Republican Party. It's literally impossible.
Yeah.
All because of Ukraine? Are we really arguing about 0.3% of our GDP? But it's even less because like the continued funding would only be $20 billion.
Or even 6 was in the Senate bill.
Right. 6 was in the Senate bill. Nothing. That's what we're arguing about. That's what we're going to shut the government down over. I mean,
it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. It's virtue signaling.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. It doesn't mean anything. They're just playing at your heartstrings to make you think that, oh, people don't care about Americans at home. They only care about people abroad. It's just not true, guys.
Yeah.
It's not true at all. I think it's crazy that McCarthy was vacated. I really do. I know I predicted it, but that doesn't mean I'm not surprised. It's the first time in American history. And when the vote happened, I wasn't happy because this does mean that we are at a different level of dysfunction. What happens in 45 days?
Yeah, that's the real question.
Right.
Now.
What happens in 45 days if we don't have a speaker in the House yet?
Well, we need to.
Right.
I don't expect that to be the case.
I hope not, but I don't think that Republicans can get their ducks in a row. I don't know if they can.
Before, I mean, I don't know. I feel like Scalise will go through.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll be hopeful with you.
Okay. Who's going to vote against him in the Republican caucus? That's my question.
I don't know. I mean, that's fair, but like what's going to happen? I guess they'll do a vote internally. Jim Jordan or Scalise.
Yep.
Whoever wins that vote, it'll go to the floor and they'll put him up as speaker.
Yeah, I guess the problem is that like Gates and co will prefer Jordan.
Yeah.
So they won't all be aligned on that to begin with.
Right. They won't be aligned to begin with. Do they align afterwards?
Yeah.
And go into the speaker vote as a united front?
Yeah. How quickly can they align?
Right. There were some ideas floated of doing a live debate on national TV between Jordan and Scalise. I'm so glad they're not doing that.
Yeah.
That would have been a nightmare. Okay.